Hi everybody, welcome to the Dragon's Eye Hub Venus Cosmic Weather Report today. There's an awful lot to get through with this being Lionsgate, which isn't just the 8th, it's the 7th and the 9th, which is I've been asked to remind us all. I'm going to go through the Venus Cosmic Weather Report because then there's been a big channeling like last week, so I've been asked just to talk through the channeling at the end. If you want to read through it, go on to dragon'seyehub.com onto the blog, and if you go onto the blog for Lionsgate, which is the 7th, 8th, and I will write the 9th later on and apply that, because tomorrow, with it being a full moon, it's a real completion to this energy. So we'll start because there's quite a lot to get through. How are you all feeling? It's very hot here. We've had lots of fires. I've been asked to work with the water energy, so we've been swimming in the lake early every morning. It's very plasmic, the water. There's a lot of galactic energy, and that's it so far on a personal note. It's been very busy here. We've had the family, we've had the grandkids, but now I'm back to work. So let's begin. Wow, the lead up, the 7th activating, which was yesterday. Now the 8th, the portal of the Lion's Gate. And tomorrow 9th, the remembrance. So 7th, just before the Lion's Gate, is the activation point. So you will have been felt activated on some levels, whether you're conscious or not conscious. So there'll be some things that were happening 6th, 7th, around that time. Now on the portal, on the Lion's Gate, it's a good time to connect with Gaia. A lot of people go on about what Lion's Gate is, but for us at Dragon's Eye, they were very clear that it's the 8th portal, which is Gaia, the divine feminine, and this is the energy that's at play today, that's asking you to listen to Gaia herself. And tomorrow is 9th, the remembrance, with a full moon, and I will be putting that out on the blog for you to read through. But for now, there are today, Lionsgate, there are light codes pouring in onto the planet of activation, working with Gaia and remembrance. So Venus is at 17 degrees, which is 396 hertz on the 888 hertz. Expansion and fire are the elements of this degree, which she is translating to us, communicating with Gaia. We're all getting the message, but are we listening? What we feel and do on planet is reflecting in her water and fire energy, and we create and throw bombs. So will she. As we are not children anymore, the harmonics on planet are resonating with the light we carry within us, and she's asking us to shine. We're going to move on to that when we look at working with reality making, but for now, this is where Venus is at, and she's asking us to understand that how we feel will be reflected within us through her. Anger, all of this energy will come through many different elements of the earth energy, the earth triangle, which is water, earth, fire and air. So Uranus, which is at 8 degrees, which is working with Gaia, is 285 hertz on the 888 hertz again, working within the gateway of Hathor, working with Gaia, divine feminine, taking us down an unknown road. And she's asking us, he, Uranus, or they, because it's a planet, are you listening? It could be bumpy if not, asking us to move and work with the energy when you get the nudge. This is it, no more waiting. Working with the Pheonix spirit animal and breakthrough. So if we're listening, truly listening. I mean, today I was wandering around feeling this energy. There's like a nervous energy, and the water was great whilst I was in it, but when I got out of it, I could feel this agitation and energy, and what's the way forward? And so it's like the message from a guide to us, are you truly listening? And I was like, well, I think I am. And then I thought to myself, am I? Am I really listening? So this is where I've been most of the day, is trying to really listen at how I'm feeling, of what is coming in, and to take away when the messages come through, a lot of us channelers, it's difficult to give out the messages because sometimes they can sound a bit crazy, which is why I've been asked at the end of the Venus Cosmic Weather Report is to just send the channel out there as it is, write it down and put it on the blog. Then it's up to you what you take from it. It's up to you what you resonate with it. You may not resonate with any of it or some of it, but there are codings within these channels that will be talking to your field and bring things in for you. So that being said, remember that 285 is working within the gateway of Hathor, working with Gaia, the divine feminine. So Egypt is very big right now. We will soon here at Dragon's Eye Hub going to Egypt. It's a big itinerary that what we're doing. There won't be many people on it. It's what I've been asked, and I wasn't quite sure why until today. Are you listening? And then I realised why. So, you know, this will be going on for all of us, and as long as we talk about these personal, what's happening to us personally, it will help others, because we're all here doing it together. And it is very hot here today, so I'm a bit shiny today. So that is Uranus, and Uranus takes us on an unknown road. Uranus has been nudging us on an unknown road for a while now. He works around a 20-year cycle, and he's going through the gateway of Hathor, which for the first time in this lifetime, I went to Egypt last year on the eclipse. It was enormous, and now I've got to go back, especially to Alexandria, the gateway of the rose. So if anybody wants to come, just reach out. I'll send you the itinerary. It's in November the 22nd, because there's a Lemurian portal. Anyway, we'll move on. Now we're going to Saturn, who's also at 8 degrees. On the 432, on the 888, again working with Gaia, but limitlessly this time, creating a new container. But, well, as we are speaking right now, because it's later in the evening, it's a bit cooler here on Venus Day, which is a Friday. Saturn has now moved into the 432 on the 999, so it's working with Gaia, and now it's working in the remembrance realms. It's working within the limitless realms. Dream big, anything is possible, finding the joy in the crumble, asking us not to concentrate. Oh, there's a little spider again. I keep getting these little spiders every time I come on doing the Venus Weather Report, the Mother Creatrix. Right, where were we? Asking us not to concentrate and put our energy in what we see crumbling, but to create with affirmation, and to shut down realities that are created through thought. Asking us to use the invocation of I am infinite vision, I see clearly now. So how does this shutting down realities work? So there was some big fires here. The motorway was closed down, or the péage as they call it here in France. So all the traffic was on a tiny, tiny road going through all our villages. So a normal hour journey was taking 3.5 hours. So it took us 7 hours there and back to the airport with the family. They nearly missed their flight. And the conversation was quite interesting within the car. Oh, are we going to make it? What if we don't make it? And then it moved into we're not going to make it. Then it's what can we do if we can't? And I kept on saying to my grandson, because he's feeding off his parents and our energy, and he was saying, what if we miss it, Nanny? So I said to him, let's shut down that reality and let's create a new reality. And he said, what do you mean? So I said, well, when you see yourself, for instance, not getting on the plane, you just say to yourself, I shut down that reality, and then you envision something else, or you just shut down that reality. And so we kept on saying we're going to shut down that reality. They got on that flight because the flight coming in was late because of the fires. So we ran into the airport and they closed the gate, but then we were ushered to go through. Quick, go through. So did we change that reality? I feel we did. I've been working with this for 5 years now. It started with my fear of heights. At the top of stairs, I'd be going, oh, I think I'm going to fall down the stairs. And then this voice came in and said, shut that reality down. Now, every time I see something that I'm nervous about within the inner narrative, I just say to myself, I'm shutting down that reality, and it doesn't happen. So have a go with that and see how it works. This is working on the 432, on the 888. and it's working with I'm infinite vision, I see clearly now. But on a very simple note, if a fear comes up and it's what if this happens, I close down that reality, because we are now working with the 8th gate, which is the third eye, since last December the 7th. So now we're truly working with it. Then we're moving to Mars. Now Mars is working within the healing colours, so this is a very positive Mars. It's working with the colour ray of pink and partnership, coupling with the eclipse energy of October 2024, which is when I was asked to go to Egypt last year. This is a 2-year cycle of the eclipse, and this energy is having an energetic push with Mars on the awakening line with Saturn, creating a new container, and Neptune using it to helping us, enabling us to remember what we need to remember. So Neptune is water, which is why I've been working with water. It's the colour ray of pink, and it is vibrant pink. I was in Egypt and I said to this guy, it's that pink, the pink of that pen, and I needed some altar scarves with all the hieroglyphs on. We only have one in the pink, and I said I need 10, and he said we haven't got it. In my head I shut down that reality. We went for dinner, we were in the middle of dinner, and this guy came up with a bag of 10 of the pink altar pieces with all the hieroglyphs off, and I've now given them all away. You can actually see at the back of me, I don't know if you can see there, that is one of the pink altar pieces, and this is the pink of the eclipse, and that is the jade crystal there. You can see at the end of my finger, and that is working with Ganymede, one of the moons of Jupiter, because we're doing a lot of moon working, not moon walking, but moon working. So that being said, this is the Venus weather report, and now we're going to go towards the channeling. So I would like to say goodbye. Thank you very much for listening. As I said last week, please subscribe, because it does enable us to do more and more on this channel, apparently. I don't know how it works, but can you subscribe? And it'll also alert you, if you press the alert button as well, when this comes on, so you don't miss it. Okay, so now we're going to work with the channeling. And I won't say goodbye after channeling. You can go on to dragon'seyehub.com to the blog, and you'll see Lionsgate 7, 8, and 9, and Lionsgate 7 and Lionsgate 9. You'll see it all there, and you can read through it. Also in the details below, what we've talked about on the Venus weather report with the frequencies that you can simply play or invoke. We've talked about this before. If you need any help, just reach out on penfoldinfrance@gmail.com. That's my email address, and I'll get back to you straight away. Okay, so here we go. Remember, Lionsgate isn't just on the 8-8, it's the 7-8, activating us with Gaia for this moment, and 9-8, remembering with Gaia after the portal. Now, I've been asked to read this remembrance for you to enable all those out there that are vehicles of this energy to work through consciously. This will not be written, but as you listen, it will activate energy within your field. We thank you. You are loved, the Diamond Dragon Collective. 7th of August 2025, prelude to Lionsgate, acceleration towards Lionsgate. The energy was very lucid this morning, visions and explanation, coordinates on planet, readying for the next stage of evolution through the carbon vehicle that is the human design, the human body. Gaia is ready. Her 9th dimensional dragon lines are mapped and installed, ready to activate all who are ready. There is a major dragon line that is working with the ancient energies that are awakened to the harmonics on Gaia. As the harmonics and codex creates a certain frequency, they naturally awaken. The major dragon line, which I was shown this morning, this is how the message came in. The message is through the Lady of the Lakes. Avalon is awakened to the Albion state. The 8 sons of Kwawa are activating within the human design. And what I was shown visually were 8 diamond dragons, 8 black and platinum roses, and 9 black spheres within the square of remembrance, working with the 9th dimensional dragon line. 9 spheres working above the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, activating the ancient Atlantean temple, working with the water energy. The golden ankh above Alexandria in Egypt, the epicenter of the rose energy above, upon and within Gaia, working with the healing temples and tombs of Saqqara, all working with the cosmic light force of the 8 platinum rows of the creator beings beyond the Milky Way. Connecting to Uluru, Australia, working with the fire energy, on the 9th dimensional dragon line, circumnavigating the planet, going through Mount Shasta, the earth energy. This energy is working through all Andara crystal beds and activating and working with Andara crystal who have been recovered. Look to Venus as the black rose is working with her, the mother creatrix, balancing through waves within us all, activating Maki within the solar plexus and awakening the Gaian within all carbon vehicles, humans, working with the heartstones of the moons within this solar system. As we head towards Lionsgate, you can feel the energy expanding, intensifying to reveal to you a different perspective, asking us to take our time to ourselves and venture within. Message of this 8-8 portal and how the trail created this Venus cosmic weather report. We are the shining ones. We are the royal dragon energy of the Diamond Collective, returning and enabling, remembering the sacred way, creating with frequency of light within the rainbow cosmology. The heartstones are vibrating at a harmonic, releasing codex within the energetic system, this moment within the third eye of all. We are emitting codex for the fifth dimensional dragon lines that have intersection at sacred sites. There the dragon lines are ninth dimensional, which have been activated. Now as Pluto is remembering and regressing back to 9 degrees within the 111 Hertz frequency, within the Oracle of the Dragons, within your cosmology, which will happen on the 7th of August, readying for Lionsgate as you call it on planet. Lionsgate is Gaia remembering her soul imprint, of which the dragon lines encode with harmonic from the angelic song. This works on this portal day 8-8 with the weaving of the galactic and Gaian energy which emits throughout the whole solar system with which you are journeying for your soul experience. There is much karma playing out at this time, the crumble, to release codex that is no longer required for millions of souls. She's encoding us all the time as we walk through our lives. Our fields are emitting and retrieving codes for this moment. How this is working within us all, awake and unawake, depending on your journey, this life. We have 3 points running from front to back and back to the front of the throat energy center, the interchange of the Gaian energy centers and the cosmic energy centers within. This creates a line that connects with Pallas Athena energy center 10 centimeters above the head in a triangle shape. We talked of this last week and we are reissuing this image in a triangle shape which spins very fast. Right now this part of your light anatomy is spinning very fast. Outside of this triangle is a sphere that encompasses all the frequency points of the heart of the throat, all of the third eye, crown and Pallas Athena, this addition that is being awoken within all our human light anatomy. The energy is being enabled by Saturn and Neptune, Uranus. Trust that Source is helping you align with the divine plan, and it's taking all your intentions into consideration. Uranus works as a fated, blessed energy, an energy which you planned before you incarnated to make sure you create, especially in these times, the journey intended. This is a time of trust. On the 1st of August from last week, a bird sitting in a tree is never afraid of the branch from breaking because it trusts it is not within the branch, but it's in its wings. That's where the trust is, within its wings. This is where your trust is, and it's asking you to listen to your trust. We're now moving. Mars is working within the healing colours that we talked about of the pink. And we are now working with a lot of energy, especially in Egypt. And the energy is working with Alexandria and Saqqara. The golden Ankh activating within. Look to the cosmic Ankh energy center points through the Isis point. Retrieve the personal frequencies to work with this energy, creating the new personal then collective codex, flower of life. Kwawa activated by the Earth Sun within the sacral energy center, activating the 8 suns of Kwawa. Again, look to the personal frequency point of Kwawa, once worked with Maki and the Isis point. Once you have remembered through your personal frequencies, look to the 9 spheres. This will resonate through your Albion personal frequency, resonating and creating your remembrance of the 9th dimensional Osiris energy. Saqqara reactivating today, pulsating, connecting to Alexandria with the 8 platinum and black roses, activating in readiness for all who come. This will activate certain energy centers within that is connecting and resonating to this energy. Venus, Isis, Osiris, Albion, the Lady of the Lake, all awakening Albion within, then within our reality. The solar plexus and sacral energy are combining and waking the dreamer within and creating the 8 roses and the 9 spheres, creating with the 8 roses and the 9 spheres, which are activated today through the golden ankh within. When we go to Egypt, this is not part of the channeling now, but when we go to Egypt, we will be creating these flower of life charts, which contains all those frequencies, and we will be going to Saqqara and Alexandria and many, many other places. We wish you well on Lionsgate. We are sending lots of heart energy centers, energies to the heart energy center, There is a lot of energy coming in right now. It's coming through the heart, through light codes into all our hearts. I want you to take a deep breath, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just feel that energy coming into your heart center, and then it go up through the throat for that change within. Okay, I will let everyone go now. We hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lionsgate working with Gaia. She thanks you, she loves you. Thank you and goodbye.